improved and make him, like you said, one of the top players in Texas?
Yeah, Carlos, he's got all the things that we look for. Again, the non-basketball is the character, the work ethic, the love of the game, the intelligence, the family background, the high-level coaching that he's received. So he kind of quickly caught our eye with all the kind of intangibles. On the court, he's got the length and athleticism that translates to being able to play at the Big 12 level and ultimately make a living playing basketball. He can score on all three levels. He's got the talent, the length, and the athleticism to play defense. So we're super excited. Like we are on all signing classes, we have a lot of expectations for every player we bring in this program. Jalen's no different. We're really proud that he has trusted us with his college career. Obviously, it's a special bond with the COVID-19 and Jalen and his family not going through the normal recruiting process. You're talking about no official visit, no face-to-face home visit. So we've really developed this relationship over the phone and over Zoom and over FaceTime. So there's a lot of trust going both ways. And I'm super appreciative of Jalen trusting his college career with us at Texas Tech. We're not going to let him down.
Last one from me. Is he a early signee possibility, or is he going to kind of go the regular high school route where he kind of finishes his senior season and then he graduates and all that?
No, he'll play high school basketball this season for Coach Lee and those guys, and they're on a quest to win the state championship. We'll be following him every step of the way and supporting him. That's always the priority. Today's the day to kind of think about the future. And then when the excitement of today's over, it's back to getting where your feet are. For us, this is our season starting November 25th, and for Jalen, this is his season starting here in a few weeks as well.
David?
Yeah, Coach, I know this is probably one of the questions that you guys hate, but given all the high praise there, is there a comparable guy that you've coached to Jalen at some point during your coaching career?
That's what, like, when my daughters ask me, David, things they already know, like, hey, Dad, I know you're going to hate this question, but could I get a little bit more money? Or, hey, Dad, I know you're going to hate this question, but could we go eat at Chuy's for the 6th time in 7 days? The ADD's kicking in a little bit, David. What was the question again?
I was about to say, they're going to get their way. I probably won't. Is there a player comparable that you've coached during your career to Jalen?
Yeah, absolutely. I would go a combination. I think he has the love of the game, like a Davide Moretti, almost addicted to it. Doesn't have a lot of things going on. I don't think Jalen's a guy that's going to play video games for an hour or go to a movie tonight. But I promise you, I would bet everything that I have that he'll be in the gym working on his game tonight. I've actually been encouraging him to try to have a little bit more balance than he has. It's hard for me to say things that I don't really execute, but I've been encouraging Jalen to go fish. He likes to fish. A lot of great fishing holes right there in the Metroplex. So every time I talk to him, I try to talk about non-basketball. So the love of the game, like a young Morrow. We all know how that worked out. Morrow ended up being one of the best players in college basketball. He's a real pro now. He's got the length and athleticism of a Jarrett Culver. I think he's got the scoring tenacity of like a Jamias Ramsey. He's a basketball junkie like a Matt Mooney. So we see a lot of greatness in Jalen.
I know you guys are a couple weeks away. Does any attention turn to anything different in practices? Do you start working on game plans? What are you guys doing right now with 2 weeks away from tip-off?
Yeah, great question, especially with this unique, never been done before type season where we have no scrimmage, no exhibition game. It's challenging to go for 5 straight weeks practice it against yourself. So to answer your question, we're trying to mix it up a little bit, whether it be an inter-squad scrimmage, whether it be a day where we just do all player development, all individual stuff. But we're getting towards that point. Next week is basically the last week of full practice before game prep starts. We've already started to narrow down our times. Instead of going 2.5, 2:45 a day, we're going around two hours right now. And then when the games get closer, we try to keep it around 90 minutes a day, team practice. So it's just something we're continuing to talk about. I'm even calling coaching friends of mine around the country like, hey, with no scrimmage, no exhibition, what are you guys doing to keep this thing fresh? We're doing the best we can.
Joe, do you have anything?
Couple of questions. First, Coach, could you talk a little bit more about Jalen's potential as a defensive player?
Yeah, sure, Joe. I think a lot of that comes down to a couple things. Number one, we always look at the coaching the player has received to see if defense has even been mentioned. We've had some great players before. They didn't know what the word meant when they walked in. We're optimistic and confident that Jalen will be on the other end of that spectrum. Plays for a really great high school program right now. Again, played for a high-level summer program, and I've been really impressed with the individual work he's been getting with his individual coaches. So it's just the kind of kid that we think translates to a guy that understands from day one how important defense is. Then again, just with the talent, the length and athleticism, that's what we're looking for in recruiting.
Okay, and then the second question, Coach, in your time as both a player and a coach, have you ever been a part of a team that actually had too much depth?
No.
Can that ever be a
No. I always kind of think about, when that ball gets tipped and you're at West Virginia and you're looking down there at Coach Huggins, Hall of Fame coach, and about what looks like 25 pros on their bench. I've never caught myself thinking I wish we had a little less. But from time to time, I wish we had a little bit more. So I understand your question. We have a lot of depth on this year's team, and we intend to turn it into a big ally. We intend to make it a strength of ours.
Steven, you have anything? No? Anybody else have a question?
Carlos, what'd you have for lunch today?
That would be Brahms.
Milkshake?
Of course. And the ice cream, man.
Okay, guys, here's my tip for you today. Next time you're at Brahms, I don't know if it's still called the lime freeze, but back in my day, it was called the lime freeze. You go lime sherbet, milkshake, and then just put a pop of Sprite in there to give it a little bubbles. So you got the lime sherbet milkshake with a pop of Sprite or 7-Up. Appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot.